There we go. Jeez. Alright, now we're good. And hello everyone. And welcome to episode 676, part 657 of the live stream. BigDW22 and my partner in crime, Cabbitness.
Hello.
Alright, folks. Let me guess. They're probably wondering, I'm surprised y'all back on MK. No Tekken. Actually, this is actually my partner's idea on this one. She has her reasons, which will actually be up to discussions on the topic of this episode. So, in my title, I'm just saying, like, yeah, what happened to Mortal Kombat 1? Besides that, Cap wanted to add more to it, as I read on her title. So, we'll give you our thoughts on that. And don't worry, folks, we will be back on more Tekken. I think we'll give you guys a little break. Too bad, too, because I had Cap a surprise with something on customizations.
Oh, I have mine too.
Which means I had to transition back to MK mode, because you're too focused on one game, now you got to transition back to the other. Because I have not played since we've last streamed this. So, anyway. So, we'll give you our discussions on what's going on with MK and other games that's coming, or any other random discussion. Alright. Before we begin, y'all do know what to do. Subscribe to our channels, hit that notification bell on the like. It does help the channel grow for Cab and me. And hit the bell to see what new videos I do on my channel, and new videos that Cab does on her channel. Follow us, of course. Mine is BigDW22, and my partner's is at Cabbitpedia. I see. Since you wanted to go back to MK territory, I know there's more to it, but I'll leave the floor to you on the discussion topic first.
Part of the reason is, we got time to finish this, might as well. But now that all three major fighting games come out, might as well actually give our full assessment on all three of them, because they have all shared... Oh, did I finish that one? Oops. I did not. They all have... I guess you could say they're pros and cons. So that's really my other reason.
By the way, before we go any further, apologies on last week's stream. So apparently, I know this is our first stream of the year with Mikey with us. Apparently, someone forgotten to have their voices shared while streaming. Yes, apparently Mikey forgot to, on his settings, to had his voice to be shared. So the whole stream, even though Mikey was with us, like, for those who are watching that stream, you only just hear Cab and me. So just know, we're not crazy. We did have a third person with us. He just forgot to do his settings. So, Mikey, if you're watching this, or, get your settings fixed. I looked at it back, I said, like, I hear you, I hear myself. I said, like, I don't hear Mikey. Then I said, like, right, he forgot to do his settings on his 5.
Okay, so let's get to the topic at hand here.
Huh.
So, in general, why are these lights still green? In general, what do you think of all three of these games?
Hold that thought. All right. So let's go back. Street Fighter been out since June of last year. Mortal Kombat came out in September last year. Tekken just came out 2 weeks now? About a week? Okay. There's been its positives and negatives on each three games. I like all three, but I'll start with Street Fighter first. I love how they did with the mechanics, you know. Actually, I'll say with the other two in common, or with all three in common. Like, it gives new players to kind of hop into the game for the first time if they never played the series in their lives. And yes, they're all even here on like they all have like their easy mode, I guess you can say, for those who never played the game. And then for us hardcore veteran players, like, you know, we can still play the normal way. And on Street Fighter's case, yes, I know the original controls because I have played Street Fighter in the past. Who hasn't? Um, with their modern controls, which, you know, most people in the community did not like at all. And I'll admit, like I said, I actually got comfortable in like the modern controls.
And I was still very much a classic controller.
Yeah, so like up to now, people like saying like, you know, not ashamed if you're playing like modern controls. So I said like I played the series for, and I said I admit like Street Fighter has not been one of my favorite games back in the day to play or learn because I've struggled. But you know, prior, you know, from playing from Street Fighter 3 to 4 to 5, they limited to an alpha, but you know, in the traditional way. But in the end, I kind of still struggle because like playing games like Marvel's Capcom, which you know, you might as well say it's the Street Fighter engine. I've struggled. So I'm kind of glad that they have that to kind of give for new players to kind of just hop in, and then once they're comfortable enough and they want to try classic controls, they can do that.
Brutality.
What else on Street Fighter 6? The roster's not bad as far as how they have it up till now. Um, as far as their game modes, for them they had the World Tour mode, which pretty much we could like create our own character and go around and try to learn like characters' moves, and they have a story to go with it, which was a good idea what they did. And then interact with most of the Street Fighter characters. The online I didn't have much of problems with as much. And then they have like their see the World Tour. Their the Battle Hub, which has us kind of hanging out with our created characters, and we could play our created characters against each other in matches. Arcade cabinets, you know, to take on against other people. Shoot, if we want to, we can actually take on people internationally, but that's just in the States. But like I said, Street Fighter had like their little problems too in the beginning. I mean, like all games does in the be, when they have problems or hiccups. I've not played Street Fighter in a while, but
Yes.
soon on the channel and on streams for those who are wondering. Plus, yeah, we might as well say it. We're probably not going to be returning until Ed comes out, which is like the end of the month. So, it's okay. I mean, we'll probably return within 2 weeks. About, 2 weeks from now. So yeah, I think that's my feelings on the Street Fighter part of things right now. So, I'll pass it to you, Steve. I mean, as far as on Street Fighter up to this far, like, your thoughts overall.
Okay, so I did like it initially. And that's not to even say I hate it now, because I don't. But when it first came out, I was really hyped about it because it kind of reminded me of Third Strike.
Yes.
It's not exactly like Third Strike, but it kind of had the same feel. I didn't mind the story, except once you finish the chapters, it's kind of like, what do you do? Now, I know you can go back and, level your characters, make friends with other characters, blah, blah, blah. But for somebody who's like me, who really doesn't care that much about it, and had no real reason to do it, I didn't even go back really outside of, just trying to complete missions.
Yeah.
Test your might.
But you do have some, okay, the option to be able to create our character and then take it online and see like who's like the best Street Fighter. So like my custom character versus your custom character, and see like who's better.
Right. And notice I haven't even used my character because it's like I don't really care.
But I guess in that way, like that's the fun prospect of it.
And it should be, but for me, it wasn't. It was just like, oh, okay. And again, initially I was kind of into it. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of was into it at first. Because I did, you see on my channel, I actually did customize my character. So, I definitely did go through it, but... Hold on. But, okay, fine, I guess I'll get rid of that one. But yeah, once the story was kind of done, I didn't even really do that much else. And it was just repetitive.
Now, like I said, I do want to go back because, or more on the world tour because the DLC characters are part of it, yeah.
Yes, which, I definitely am.
Now I'll say this: one thing that we could give Street Fighter kind of credit for, that they did manage to have lobbies, arcade mode, and all that right from the start. Because compared to what they did to Street Fighter 5, it was an incomplete game. So kudos to them on that part of it. The only downside, which I hope they need to fix, one, their microtransactions. because on the costumes thing, like, um, I think like for one costume was like 350, and the first bit of credit starts at around like I say 212 or something like that. So yeah, they gotta fix that. Also, if you want like costumes and bundles, which they have in the past, like they have no bundles at all. Another gripe, which this was nice on their part, but they lost their doggone minds when they how they ruined that already. And that's them doing collabs.
Oh, yes, that's another thing that I'm like, they really dropped the ball on that.
It was a nice
By
touch.
the way, do you know the clues slapped together?
Hang on.
Fatality. Quan Chi wins.
Because it seems like I remember you doing this one. Whoops.
See, slap together. Hang on. Star power. I will. Oh. You have to play as Kung Lao and do his second fatal. And
Okay.
I do have the inputs if you haven't unlocked his yet. The inputs would be.
Hold on.
Fight.
Oh, you can continue the thought. I'm just getting it set up.
Okay. Where did I left off?
I think you were talking about the microtransactions.
Oh, yeah. They need to fix better on the microtransactions. Oh, the collab. I said it was a nice thing they were doing with collabs. For example, I was hyped when they were we're getting TMNT and Street Fighter. Until we learned it was only just costumes and all for our created character. I know you weren't happy about it because you thought it would be just them as characters being in the game. But nope, it was just for our costumes. Also, they're doing. I think that collab's done already, but they did it for Spike's family.
Survive.
I guess it's like a lazy way to do it. How do you putting characters in?
Oh, what are the inputs?
Oh, hang on.
Or do I?
God
Do I
damn.
have it? Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, you caught me in Survive. Okay, Kung Lao's his second fatal. It is back down down front kick. So I think it's back down down X. You have to be close range.
Okay.
Survive.
Yes.
Oh, that was it.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
You.
Oh, that reminded me of a video game of when I was a kid. Ooh, I don't like that.
And it's not Kombat second fatal? Huh.
Not the second one, no.
That actually hit me?
You lose.
Oh, that did.
Survive. Survive.
I think that's it. All my thoughts on the Street Fighter stuff. Anything you want to add?
You lose.
Not that I can think of. Because it's not a bad game, it's just kind of lost its momentum. Or I guess you could say not momentum, but there's nothing really else to do.
Yeah. I mean, basically, when you finish with all the main content in the single player, I mean, basically, you just want to do multiplayer. Well, for those that have online.
Exactly. Right, like that. And I get that because that's valid, but it's kind of like for those who don't always do that, there's really nothing else for us to do.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we can switch gears to the game we're playing right now, which is Mortal Kombat. Whew.
Kind of suffers from the same problem, but I think it has a more interesting story. I'm saying compared to Street Fighter.
Well, story-wise, they always did. They did good on their story part of it.
Yes.
So that's no complaint at all. I think we could all agree that that game has been incomplete. I mean, they got the story done, but here's the problem. No lobbies, no online lobbies to do anything for to play with, with your friends and all the matches. They have like the combat lead thing to play against other people to try to get like rewards that way. But yeah, no lobbies.
And honestly, there's something else I miss that's actually in 11. I do miss the boss towers.
I mean, we kind of have them in there. I mean, Towers is in.
No. I mean, like, where we could do it together.
Oh, you mean the co-op thing? Yeah. Well, because since Mortal Kombat 1 has, like, the cameos now, it's kind of pointless. But I see what you mean. Also, they in the same fate with Street Fighter as well, with their microtransactions as well. Not to mention hiding good costumes behind a paywall. Like, I do like Sub-Zero's outfit they have in from Deadly Alliance, but it's behind a paywall. So I have to spit up some green if I want to get it.
Also, I do like the cameos. I think that is actually fun. And that is different from the other two games.
I question it as first, like the rest of us is saying, like, how is this cameos thing going to work? Also, people are mad that we don't know if certain characters were going to be playable now because they deconfirmed since they have cameos. But
I still think Sonya, not as a cameo, but as a character, needs to be in.
she should have been in from the start. I mean, the first lady of MK, and like, oh, we're just gonna have her as a cameo. Also, I think we all agreed because remember that NRS been having problems with Warner Brothers lately. That originally, if in order, Injustice was supposed to be the next game because they kind of rotate between Injustice and Mortal Kombat. So right now it would have been Injustice 3 instead of Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, hi, ADF, who says, "You blasphemy, you kiss me, but you never stop to mention that they have a gigantic particle weapon. Knock, knock, who's there? It's me, Robin, Teen Titans."
So yeah, so with them,
Survive.
Mortal Kombat, I just say maybe it's a shame. It's a good game, but it's right at the bottom right now.
You lose.
Because people been doing rants right now about how the game is at its state right now. And I'll add this to it right now, which you wasn't aware of. So, for those who have not heard, this is supposed to be the month that will be on our new season, as well as
You lose.
Peacekeeper is the next DLC character. Now, originally we would have had some announcements right about now because I think
Survive.
originally it was supposed to come out, I believe, next week.
Yes.
But we did learn of an update today, because I didn't think they had anything, but we did now learn that apparently the Melina the Melina season, as well as I'm assuming Peacekeeper. Also, I think they have confirmed they'll add lobbies and all that to the game now. All that will be out at the end of the month.
Survive.
I think between the 27th and the 28th. Except for, there's one other problem. They're having it out around on the... I just realized? It's out around on the same day or week that we have Ed coming out for Street Fighter and Final Fantasy VII. They pick a bad...
Well, the Ed thing I don't think is that big of a deal, but I am more concerned about Final Fantasy than I am about Mortal Kombat, which I should not be saying that.
That's what I'm thinking. They shouldn't have put it out there in that week. Because they realize, let's say, like, yeah, good luck in having us gamers pay attention to one game. Because you got one of the biggest games that's coming out this year, comes out at the end of the month, and you want us to play, I'm pretty sure we're happy you want to play Peacekeeper and all of them, but you picked the wrong week to do it. Now, if they had it out during next week as originally planned, then I think we would have been fine. Also, people are kind of finding it odd that that Boone and the rest of the team didn't mention it or learn of the date, because it was by I guess modders, I guess you can say, of how they learned of when it is. So, and then I'm looking already on Twitter that people are already making fun of this already. Like, there's milk. They're doing like the milk carton things with a picture of Ed Boon and say like, "Where are you?" Yeah, if you're not here to, doing the any updates of the game, then yes, and then having like modders and all that doing it, something's wrong. And I think that's their problem right now. While like, people, I guess, kind of stop playing the game. Besides us, but for those who just stop playing the game, you know,
You there?
yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
I was thinking of something else while we were at it. Anything you want to add on MK? Because
Okay. So, because this also happens in Tekken, but the difference is, it's expected in that game. But in terms of the graphics, I do love how Mortal Kombat looks. I'm bringing that up to say with Street Fighter.
to be
Okay.
fair, on all three games, I think their graphics been fine. Like I had like
They're not, by no means are they, oh shoot, I'm not paying attention. They are not bad at all. It's just, I still prefer, and I wish they would go back to the, kind of 2D anime, more anime look.
you mean like in Street Fighter's case, like Street Fighter 4 style, I guess you could say.
No, I did not like Street Fighter 4's look.
Huh.
Is it bad? No, I just did not personally like it.
I know you didn't play 5, but what about 5's animation?
I didn't like that one either.
So you want it back to the usual sprites type look.
Yeah, I kind of like that for Street Fighter. I would never say that about Mortal Kombat or Tekken. For some reason, I think their stronger suit graphically is the sprites.
Plus, you gotta remember, I mean, like, that would be nice for a nostalgia thing, but to the modern people who's just playing the games now, I mean, they're probably saying like, ew, I don't like these sprite looks.
It depends, because you don't really know. There is a base out there that people do like the other look and hate the 3D look.
No, I mean like of the, of the vets who played the games
I'm
back
not
in the
even
day.
talking about that. I'm talking about people who play Street Fighter in okay, Melina. Play Street Fighter in general, prefer the sprites. And my broadcast stopped. So,
Well, 33 minutes.
there.
All right. But you gotta remember, I mean, one thing I kind of saved on the Street Fighter team, I mean, yeah, the new team still has a bit more to go, but they did a bit better what Ono did. Because, like, Street Fighter 5 was a mess.
Yes.
And at least with the new team, how they did in Street Fighter 6, I mean, yeah, they're guilty on a little bit of things too, but they got everything right from the start. Like, we had arcade mode finally in there at the start. We have lobbies for online. They had a little story thing. They had everything right from the start. Compared to what Ono and them did in 5.
Okay, so like I said, I like how Mortal Kombat looks. I think they did a great job with how the game looks.
Yes.
And also, like we said, the story I thought was better. It makes sense considering what happens.
Also, they gotta get kind of things right with the numbers here. But yeah, it is the 12th game in the series, but it's gonna confuse people and saying MK1 and saying, like, no pun intended, which one? Are you referring to
Well,
the
I
90s?
think the general consensus is people know Mortal Kombat, the first one, and then they say Mortal Kombat 2023. Because technically, this is supposed to be the first Mortal Kombat again.
Yes, but going back, because when I'm saying, like, which one? Are you referring to
Like I
Mortal?
said, people say Mortal Kombat 2023. So people do know the difference.
Yeah, I was trying to say, like, are you referring to the 92 one? Are you referring to the, what, 2009, 2010? Because it just say 2009, 2010, which just say Mortal Kombat, which we all know is Mortal Kombat 9, but they just titled it Mortal Kombat. And then this one right now is
This one's called MK1, and then you have Mortal Kombat, which is the 1991, and then was it Mortal Kombat 9? No, that's Armageddon.
no, they just call it Mortal Kombat, but it's the
I
ninth
know.
entry.
Yeah, I know, but people actually say which one they're talking about. So if you mean the first one, you do say Mortal Kombat. If you mean the one from, if you mean the 9th entry, you say Mortal Kombat 9. If you mean this one, you say MK1. Now, I'm not saying that makes it any easier. I'm just saying people do say it that way.
Because at first, remember the teaser trails we had at the beginning? Because I was wondering when they did the clock, I got confused and saying, like, okay, they showed 9, they showed 10, they showed 11. We're getting 12, and it just fast forward and they went to 1. I said, like, did we miss something?
No, I got it because it's supposed to be the second reboot.
I kind of wonder what's going to happen in Mortal Kombat in the future. Because they can't pull these going back in time things, like, all over again. It's going to get boring.
And that's what I mean by the story is good for what happens. Now, is it a good story in the overall Mortal Kombat series? No, because they need to stop doing this time, going back in time stuff.
Because, like I said, Mortal Kombat already did it twice. I think... Well, let me see. The only exception I can think of right now would be Soul Calibur. Because they did 5 games, and then the 6th game they kind of...
so did, what's it called? Samurai Showdown.
That's your territory, because I don't know too much of Sam Show as much.
Yeah, the one that came out in 2019, that's basically them starting over. By no means was that a continuation, because there actually was a continuation.
I know they had an Xbox version of a game, but I heard it was bad.
Your combat is impotent. Brutality. Quan Chi wins.
Now, I would say story-wise, as far as on all 3 games, Tekken. We'll get to them shortly.
Yes.
Because Tekken went straight forward with them. Mortal Kombat, like as we just said, they had to restart the timelines twice. And
with Street Fighter,
Street
it's not
Fighter,
that they they didn't restart the storyline. They just never went forward with it. It got annoying.
They went all over the place, which kind of confused mostly everybody up. Because going by their titles, and I'm going by their titles here. So you know, we had like no. Here we go. So I said we had like what? Street Fighter 2 and different versions of it. Street Fighter Alpha. Not in common sense, you would probably say, oh, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3. You know, no, they just went all over the place. We went from what? Street Fighter 2 to Alpha. I got the orders wrong. The EX.
Who cares about the orders? Because you know what?
You know what I mean.
That was my point. Because hold on. ADF says if Tiny Toons was Super Smash Bros, that would be fun. Same concept for Animaniacs, maybe, or just combine all that together. Except for I think you end up back with multiverses.
What's it, from 2 to Alpha to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. Well, like I said, the problem with them and their story, they go forward, then they go backwards, then they go forward again.
Yes, which was my point. It's like they didn't restart anything, but they certainly did not move forward with the story for decades.
Because let me see. If I got the order right in Street Fighter terms, those are wondering, I think it would be what? 1, 2. Hang on. I think it'll be what? 1, 2, Alpha, 4, 5, 3, and 6. Yeah, because 6 actually left off. 6 is actually continuing where there's off 3.
Wins.
So yeah, so in story scenarios with all 3, it would go to Tekken. Because Tekken goes straight forward, Street Fighter just kind of goes back and forth, and Mortal Kombat's to a point now like we're starting to run out of ideas and what's next. We'll just do time travel. All right, we got about 17 minutes, so we'll switch gears to Tekken. All right, so Tekken. Well, what can I say? Actually, I made a tweet.
Yesterday.
Yes, I wish Harada would have saw and kind of have a response, but I was actually being completely honest when I had tweeted that. But okay, like I said, I didn't got to the series until the 3rd game. So, and you know, I know what happens from the first 2 prior, and then forward up to now. And you know, I've been a fan of this series since. So, overall, they've been doing good. Tekken 8 right now, they did good. As far as on their story, I love their story. I love their character episodes, which they're all funny. And I'll say this because, oh boy, I think Law is the MVP of in the story right now, because as I said, he is completely comic relief. Apparently, I didn't know and you'll see this on tomorrow's video. I know you have it up on your channel right now. Law is in another part of the story with Steve. I know him and Paul. And good God, what happened to Steve? Steve just now transformed.
Just in case certain people haven't seen it, but something does happen with Steve.
A genetic freak. That's all I'm saying.
Because I have the same reaction where I'm like, what? Oh, Nadium says, which characters would they both be related to? Which characters? You mean Tiny Toons and Animaniacs? To answer your question, wouldn't that be the Looney Tunes? And WB and all of that?
Speaking of which, I'm kind of glad they brought Tasmania back on Boomerang, because I miss watching that show. Oh, clue. Alright, back to Tekken. What else? I said that they did good on the story. Customizations.
Are better. They still need some work, but they are better.
Yes. Also, they do have the arcade. I don't think they. I thought the character episodes was the arcade, but no, it's not. So they do have the arcade mode against 8 people in there. You do have your character episodes if you want to see people's endings, which all of them, well, at least for what I saw up to this point, are very funny, with the exception of Jun.
Oh, there's some other ones that aren't funny. I won't say which ones because you won't see them on my channel for a while, even though I did play them. There's another one where I'm like, ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah, because today on Mines, if you already saw, I did a King today.
Yes.
I know you won't have King up till way later, but all I'm just gonna say is charity.
Which I think I said in our last stream, I was saying how he did Steve dirty. Now you see why.
He didn't rub it in. I mean, like...
No, but he could have left it alone, too. He did... Okay, Ashra.
And then... he gave the man a teddy bear, so what did that tell you?
That doesn't tell you anything, because Steve didn't want to do what he wanted to do.
But it's for charity.
Oops.
Kitana.
Oh, it's been a minute with Katana. But yeah, for those that have not seen most of the character endings, like, go ahead, because I think you'll get a good laugh at a good what else? Oh yeah, back to the story, and for those who have not played, like, the previous games, I mean, so much nostalgia. For example, we get to play, the Arzel boss fight from Tekken 6, or, Tekken Force is back. Kind of.
Super Smash. Oh, you mean... Okay. Babs and Buster. Definitely Wacko Yakko and Dot. Slappy. You know what? I would put Shirley the Loon in that game.
That is effed up.
Before we get off track, yeah, I think Tekken overall is the #1. even for the fans out there, because y'all know I love Street Fighter. I am a Street Fighter fan, but I cannot deny. Oh shoot! What Tekken is doing. But I do have my gripes with Tekken as well.
Excellent.
Boy, I have totally forgotten how to use Sindel in this form.
10 minutes.
I honestly, oddly have a problem with Reina. Not really the character, but her inclusion.
Who is Reina? That's the question. Alright, folks, I want to insult your intelligence. Reina is
Oh
actually...
crap. Sorry, I'm messing up this clue.
Is it okay to tell them? It's been like 2 weeks now. But I think they already know. Especially for those who know the trailers already.
Well, yeah, I think in the trailers, yeah.
So yeah, Reina is actually Heihachi's daughter.
Which is my problem with her. That's really my only problem with her, is that particular story plot.
Well, let me see. In family terms, that would be what Jin's aunt.
Yes.
And apparently that Kazuya now has a sister. Not to jump ahead, it's going to be kind of interesting now of what's going to happen in Tekken 9. Now, most people are saying like Tekken has not did this yet. Will they take something from Mortal Kombat and add like a little extra DLC story? Or do you hold it off until the next game? But as it with the three newcomers, we have Reina, Asusina, and Victor.
It's time to gather the firstborn and train.
And I'll admit, and for those of are hopping into Tekken for the first time, I mean, you can go to if you're to the pros who play Tekken. Besides us, I mean the actual pros, to give you more information of who would be like a better character to use, like who's easy, who's hard. But I'll say right now, like almost everybody is kind of like easy to learn. Also, their tutorials that on characters are much better now. I think. You know what? I think all three games are kind of give them credit and props too.
All three of them have great tutorials now.
You are insignificant.
Brutality. Kitana wins.
Or if y'all struggle how to do combos, they make it. They'll tell you like what to do and all that too. Also, Tekken has something. Oh, secret fight. Tekken has something which I'm not sure that Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat does. I think Street Fighter does have the replay thing, but Tekken does it better because they have the replay, and like, say like you're playing against someone online and you're kind of struggling, you go watch your replay of your matches, or any others for that matter, and see like how what your mistakes are or what to do if you're kind of struggling. So that's a good notch what they did.
Yep. And this is gonna be hard.
And one good thing I could say that Tekken actually beats Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter in their transactions. Because all you gotta do is just play a certain mode and their currency is even more higher. You don't need to pay anything, just play the game and you get currency.
Yes.
So take note, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, on that.
That's really how I think the game should be played, because I had that problem with Fall Guys that has literally fallen off the map.
Well, I mean, you gotta make money one way or another.
That is true. I'm just saying, like, not all of us want to do that.
Ew.
Okay, I saw Tuxedo Cusco, but hold on one second, ADF.
Fatality. Kitana wins.
Nope. I got everything.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This one's gonna be hard.
Which one are you doing?
Hair no evil, but I can't get the brutality because I'm too powerful.
That's with who? That sounds familiar.
Sindel. Well, hair no evil. There's only one with some hair. ADF says Tuxedo Cusco. I still think I'd love to see that, seeing how Cusco needs a mate. I don't think he needs a mate like that, ADF.
Speaking of which, someone had said on the Battle Attacking on the story, between everyone's favorite two, Xiao Yu and Jin. You know that moment on chapter 13 when Jin finally, with his powers?
Oh, when he
And-
turns into devil.
Yeah.
Or not devil, but
Well-
when he... I mean, he was always devil, but when he basically comes to terms with it.
Yeah. Someone actually said that when they had at that moment, someone suggested that they should have kissed at that exact moment.
Nah.
I mean, someone would say that was a perfect opportunity to do that, but they didn't.
No, I'm glad that they didn't, but even I was like, I wonder if they are. There we go.
Well, The good news is we can stop because we're right at the mark, and I think I got this area pretty much done. You know, this is 30%, but eh. Um. So right now, I say of the final thoughts about what's going on the games right now, between like what's going on with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Tekken. Well, Tekken's only been out for 2 weeks, so not much of. They did have problems in the beginning with the lobbies.
Hold that one thought. To answer your question, ADF, he would say something that would get him slapped. Continuing on.
That each game will have their problems, but they'll get them fixed. Shoot, even Harada himself say on like the recent problem on day one that like with the lobbies and there's been problems. He said so himself on Twitter and saying like, "Oh, we're gonna fix the problem and all that." So, Boone, where are you right now in with problems in Mortal Kombat right now? That's why people making kind of making fun right now of doing milk carton and say like, where is he? That's kind of messed up too, like of your own game and like people wondering like, hey, when's like the next bit of updates? So if I had to rank of the three games right now between Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter right now, for me, and as of right now, and I'm not being biased, I'm just calling like it is. For me, it would have to be Tekken, Street Fighter, and unfortunately, yeah, Mortal Kombat.
And he says, well, not being a demon llama, I still think he would get slapped, because Cusco is Cusco. Okay, so my ranking. Yeah, I can't argue that Tekken wins out on this one. I might have to do the same ranking, where Street Fighter kinda edges Mortal Kombat out right now.
Yeah, because as I was saying, like Street Fighter, not sure, Mortal Kombat now doing delays on their DLC. So I don't think so far Street Fighter hasn't since.
Well, that's not really what gets me. It's okay. They do have more more features overall.
Yes. So right now, we'll listen, because it's been like a good couple of months right now for Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Tekken, because it's only been their only problem right now in the beginning was their online, but they got it fixed. And then recent with their replays, but they managed to have that fixed too. So we'll see how things go. Is it Street Fighter right now? You have Ed coming out like the end of the month. At least on the Street Fighter side. Mortal Kombat, which I found it funny around the same time that we'll have Peacekeeper in the Melina season. And on Tekken, which I'll say maybe next month or in April, we'll finally have Eddie. You're not fond of. Oh, I just thought of something. We get Ed in. We get Ed later this month. Eddie be out sometime in the spring. Now, if only Mortal Kombat could just add Double D.
Well, have you looked at the women in the game? I think they got plenty of those.
I see what you did there. Not that Double D. All right, I think it's time to end this episode. I see what you're doing, cause all right. But if you guys enjoy, by all means, subscribe to our channels, hit that notification bell and the like. It does help the channel grow for Cab and me. And hit the bell to see what new videos I do on my channel and new videos that Cab does on her channel. Follow us, of course. Mine is BigDW22 and my partner's is at Cabbitness1983. Alright, so we'll return Wednesday for another short episode. And I think y'all probably may know what'll be next. So, yeah, stay tuned. Cab is still pulling double duty on her channel still with Judgment and Tekken 8. As for me, I'm already back to, don't worry, Tekken 8 is still continuing on the channel. In the mix, I am back with, with other games. So you will see BigDW2224. Matter of fact, you'll see that video on Towers once the stream's over. I thought I had up in time, but I figured it wouldn't be once before we went live, so y'all will see that up once the stream's over. Also later in the week, I'll get back on more story on Grand Blue Fantasy Rising and more shooting on Call of Duty. And Tekken right now, expect just Tekken videos in the morning, which will be character episodes, and just any other games I'll do in the evening. For now. And one little detail on Tekken. Rank matches I actually kind of like this time around.
Well, my stream stopped, but keep talking.
Rank matches actually have gotten better. So you don't have to worry about losing your rank until you at a certain part of your rank. I forgot which one it is, but once you get to that part, you can lose ranks now once you're at that certain part of the rank. So, also there's a meter, cause I saw your name at the bottom of the ranks, and I'm saying like, okay, so that actually lets you know that they'll let you know like who from your friends is where they are at ranks. So.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm probably going to be at the bottom because I don't do them, so.
Yes. That may explain why I saw your name at the bottom. So, yeah, I've surpassed you right now, and also...
Yeah, I kind of figured that because I don't do ranks at all.
And I've actually passed Mikey. So, if I wasn't playing, I'll say Mikey would be the highest with us of the group. So, that's one little add-on that they kind of add in. Yeah, so...
Ooh, I just got a Reiko skin. I can't say what the name of it's called, but it's kind of brutal.
Ah. Alright. So, that is the lineup of my end as far as what games y'all see for this week. So, like I said, we will return Wednesday for something. As the Cab's added on Judgment and Tekken 8 on her channel. Like I said, more Tekken 8 on my channel with the other games I just mentioned. We'll see what happens from there. Oh, right, you're already off the air. But, any last words, C?
Nope.
Alright, folks. With that said, Cab and me, we will see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Later.